Welcome to Live Interactive English. My name is Winnie.
And I'm Mike.
And today we are talking about something that I like to participate in, the barbecue.
Oh, I like barbecues too.
I do.
They're good fun. And of course, here in Taiwan, there's a special day for barbecuing. Well, maybe even a weekend, I guess you could say. But most people would try to do it on a special day, but that doesn't mean you can't barbecue at other times of the year. And people do.
Yeah.
I mean, some people barbecuing is kind of like a lifestyle for them.
It's a hobby.
They have all the equipment. They do it as often as they can in the summertime or in the wintertime if they live somewhere warm. And it is definitely a special way of cooking where the men cook. It's also funny that when it comes to barbecuing, the man's I'm gonna make the steaks and the burgers and the hot dogs, but if we're making it in the winter in the kitchen, it's mom.
It's mom's job.
It's not dad.
Yeah.
Oh, strange is that?
Right. Well, today we are talking about barbecue traditions, and as we already kind of touched on, Taiwan has a lot of barbecue traditions. The U.S. also has a lot of barbecue traditions. It's part of their holiday process. I personally only like to barbecue when it's cold outside.
Why's that?
Because the barbecue is just so hot.
Oh, that's true.
I don't like to, in the I guess it's hot in the summer. It's kind of all just like mixes together, but it feels really good when it's cold outside and then you have this little source of heat.
That is true. Absolutely. If you're in the mountains camping, it can be really nice to gather around the barbecue for the heat, for the light, and just for the good times. And of course, barbecue food often has a special taste to it, doesn't it? Right? We can cook it over a gas flame, or we can burn a coal or little bricks of stuff or wood as well, and it will give the food a special smoky flavor that a lot of people really, really enjoy. So we're gonna give you guys an invitation to a barbecue. We're gonna invite you to a barbecue, and I'm sure many of the things we'll be talking about will be familiar to you, but we'll also be introducing you to some international barbecue style or culture. So hopefully we will cover all things barbecue like a giant rack of ribs. Let's get to it. Joshua and Irina receive an invitation to a barbecue in Taiwan.
Hey, do you want to join me for a barbecue this weekend? The Mid-Autumn Festival always makes me think of barbecues. So I thought we could have one together.
Really? I thought the festival was all about mooncakes.
Same here. I didn't know barbecues were part of it.
Yeah, families and friends grill by the river or in parks. We cook pork, chicken wings, or squid, and we use sweet soy and garlic sauce.
Sounds delicious, but that's very different from what we're used to in the US.
Yeah, I haven't been to a barbecue in Taiwan yet. So, let's do it!
All right, barbecue traditions. That is what we are going to do, because it could just be a simple matter of cooking things outside, but the way you do it, the equipment you use when you do it, a lot of this is different from country to country and culture to culture. That's why we're going to talk about barbecue traditions. So let's look at the first part. We're going to do some dialogues here. So I have some people talking about barbecuing in different parts of the world. And it will begin with an invitation to a barbecue. And yeah, if you're going to have a party of any kind, birthday, Halloween, or barbecue, an invitation is a good way to get things started.
Right. So our first tradition is number 1, invitation to a barbecue. And of course, an invitation means a request for you to attend an event or a place. I would like to invite you to my wedding, or I would like to invite you to a new restaurant opening. So for example, you could say, we got an invitation to visit our cousin's farm. So a lot of the times you can't just show up on someone's farm. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't think they'd be very happy.
It might be a little awkward if they're busy that day.
Yeah, so it's best to wait for an invitation.
Yeah.
So in this case, you don't just go to someone's house with a rack of ribs and say, hey, throw this on the barbecue,
No.
and they're not ready for you. They're gonna be like, I didn't invite you to my house. Also, who are you?
Exactly, yeah. To invite, that would be the verb form of invitation. And it could be something fancy like a party or a wedding, or it can just be, hey, do you want to come over tomorrow and watch the baseball game at my house? It can be a simple thing. You just ask someone if they want to join you in doing something. That is your invitation.
Right.
So let's find out who is inviting who. We know it's for a barbecue, but let's find out more. It says Joshua and Irina receive an invitation to a barbecue in Taiwan. Okay, so from the way that's written, I'm getting the idea that Joshua and Irina are not from Taiwan. They're visiting here, they're working here, they're studying here from other parts of the world. So this will be their first Taiwan barbecue experience. And of course, it is very nice to receive or to get an invitation to something special, especially if you've never done it before. And yes, to receive is like to get. So you can receive an invitation, you can get an invitation, and they're basically the same kind of word. You receive an email, or you get an email. You receive a Christmas or a birthday present, you get a Christmas or birthday present. Receive is a little fancier, but really it's all about having something from somewhere else come into your life, maybe even actually into your hands. You receive that, you get that. Or it could even just be words. If you receive a compliment, someone says, hey, well done, good job. You get a compliment. All right, here we have our example sentence. Hannah received good news from the doctor. It could be written in a nice report, or it could just be the things that he said. So here we have Joshua. Here we have Irina. They're not from Taiwan, but someone has invited them to their first Taiwan barbecue. And who is that person?
That person is named Ting Ting.
Lovely.
Ring ring ting ting. She is inviting you to a barbecue. She says, hey, do you want to join me for a barbecue this weekend? The Mid-Autumn Festival always makes me think of barbecues, so I thought we could have one together. And honestly, if you were not invited to a barbecue, did you really come to Taiwan?
That is true. You absolutely have to go to a barbecue. If not, have your own barbecue. You can do it yourself. It's not too much trouble, but it is a great way to sort of celebrate the end of the summer and maybe the beginning of the school year, the Mid-Autumn Festival. It is always around that time. So that's a very nice thing for her to do. Now, Joshua, he says, really? I thought the festival, the Mid-Autumn Festival, I thought the festival was all about mooncakes.
That's fair. I see in Singapore, mooncakes were kind of the thing. We did also have barbecues, but for me, at least for me, the most exciting part was the mooncakes.
Okay, very interesting. So maybe, yes, Mid-Autumn Festival traditions in different parts of Asia do have these different things they do. Or if you just read about it, it might give you a simple description telling you when it is and what people do. They traditionally eat mooncakes. So that's what Joshua read. That's what he thought. And it seems Irina, the other foreign person here, she also didn't know about the whole barbecue side of the festival.
Yeah, because Irina, she says, same here. I didn't know barbecues were part of it. Because a lot of times people think barbecue, oh, maybe 4th of July.
Right, or
Labor Day,
anytime.
whatever. Yeah, you don't think of it being part of like a specific, Taiwanese holiday. Well, there you have it.
All right, well, let's go to Hanny. We're going to hear from her, and then we'll be back.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这次的对话是跟烤肉传统 （barbecue traditions） 有关。barbecue 这个字当名词就可以指烤肉聚餐、烤肉派对，它也可以指烧烤食物，这时候是当不可数名词用。那在对话里面 ，Joshua 和 Irina 受到婷婷的邀请，在台湾来参加烤肉。婷婷说，中秋节总是会让她想起烤肉，所以想要找他们在周末一起烤肉。Joshua 和 Irina 以为中秋节都是关于月饼，他们不知道烤肉也是其中一部分。好，来看一下单字 invitation 名词，它表示邀约、邀请或是指邀请函。那么 receive 当动词是表达收到、得到的意思。那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. As we continue on with the dialogue, Ting Ting says, yeah, families and friends grill by the river or in parks. So it's a very nice outdoor thing. It's it's for families. It's also for friends. And it's just a nice way to spend time with each other.
Yeah.
She continues, we cook pork, chicken wings, or squid. And we use sweet soy and garlic sauce. I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That sounds amazing. We have this word sauce.
Oh, yes, I don't want to interrupt the sauce.
Yeah, so the sauce is a liquid dressing that is used for food. And in this case, we're talking about a sweet soy and garlic sauce. And I, for one, think you could put soy and garlic sauce on a piece of rubber shoe and it would taste amazing.
A piece of rubber shoe or an old magazine?
Oof.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Sweet garlic sauce.
Nothing it can't fix. So, for example, you could say, my mom cooks chicken with a special sauce.
Ah, okay. So yeah, you add sauce to food to make the flavor even better. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do. And to Joshua, it sounds like a wonderful thing to eat. He says, sounds delicious, right? They make all this wonderful food. I mean, they also people make tofu.
Yeah.
They barbecue peppers, like green peppers and other vegetables. Mushrooms are great as well. So also for vegetarian people, there's lots of good stuff. But he says, sounds delicious. That sounds like great food and a really good time. But he says that's very different from what we're used to in the US. So yes, they do barbecue in America or in the US where Joshua is from. And the Taiwan tradition or the way they do it and the foods they eat sound quite different from what they do in America. And Irina, she kind of agrees. She says, yeah, I haven't been to a barbecue in Taiwan yet. It's all new to her, so let's do it, she says. And that means she is also very excited and very happy to join in this barbecue tradition.
All right, well, let's go see what Hanny has to say.
婷婷接着向他们解释台湾中秋节烤肉的方式，家人和朋友会在河边或是公园烤肉，会烤猪肉啊、鸡翅或是鱿鱼等等，而且会用带有甜味的酱油蒜蓉酱。Joshua 觉得听起来好好吃哦，不过这跟他们在美国习惯的烤肉很不一样。Irina 也说她还没有在台湾参加过烤肉，那就来办一次吧。好，看看单字 sauce， 它是名词，表示酱汁、调味酱。Winnie 老师在解释单字时有提到 dressing 这个名词也可以指调料或是佐料的意思。那我们接回到课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. And I'm sure our friends Josh and Irina are probably thinking, barbecue, hot dogs, hamburgers. Like that's pretty much all you can do, right?
Ribs.
But little do they know, some Taiwanese education, they're gonna find out it's not just hamburgers and hot dogs.
Oh, absolutely not. There's so much more to it. Ting, Joshua, and Irina continue talking about barbecue culture in the US.
So, when do people usually have barbecues in your country?
In the US, it's big in the summer, especially on the 4th of July. But really, we grill all year.
Yeah, I think Americans get really serious about it. Some people even compete in barbecue contests.
Wow, now I understand why you think it's so different from Taiwan.
Exactly. The food is different too. We usually grill hot dogs, burgers, and other meats.
One thing is the same though, whether it's big or small, good food and friends make it special.
Welcome back from the break. Before the break, we were introduced to our friends Ting, Joshua, and Irina. Joshua and Irina are not from Taiwan. They are, I think they're both from the US.
Joshua is, and I think Irina might be as well.
Yes, and they do barbecues very differently there. They are probably expecting something a little bit different because they're not expecting soy garlic sauce on their burgers.
Or squid.
Right, and they're not expecting to do it on Mid-Autumn Festival. They don't think, they're thinking mooncakes. That's what I educated myself on before coming to Taiwan. On this special holiday, you eat mooncakes. They also didn't know that in Taiwan, we also celebrate it using barbecues.
Yeah, exactly. Now, of course, Joshua and Irina, coming from the US, they know about barbecuing. I mean, that's something that they do in America, but they do it in different ways with different foods and at different times of the year. And so the second topic for today is comparing barbecue cultures. And we're going to get into it, as it says there, with Ting, Joshua, and Irina continue talking about barbecue culture in the US. So we kind of know the food you eat here in Taiwan, and when you do it, what about in America?
Right, so Ting continues with the dialogue. So, when do people usually have barbecues in your country? And when she says your country, she's talking about the US. Because to her, she's thinking, well, we have probably some tofu, soy garlic sauce. What else do you do?
Yeah, and when do you do it? If you're not doing it at one time of the year for the Mid-Autumn Festival like in Taiwan, what are the barbecue holidays or times in America? Well, Joshua explains, he says, in the US, it's big in the summer, okay? It's big, meaning it's popular in the summer, and of course that makes sense. The summer weather means it's much nicer to be outside, to cook and to eat outside. And then he says, especially on the 4th of July, or Independence Day in America. That's the day, of course, they signed the document that made America free from Britain, July the 4th. It's the national birthday. People eat outside. There's fireworks, there's parades, there's special events and concerts. It's a big holiday. Everyone takes the day off work. And yeah, barbecuing, since you're enjoying the warm summer weather, is a wonderful thing to do to, make that day special. You can invite all your friends over and have a great time. But he says after that, really, to be honest, we grill or we barbecue all year.
Right, to them they don't need to wait for a holiday.
Yeah, that's interesting. That tells me that Joshua does not live in the northern part of America, but more the southern part.
Right.
Because if you live in New York State, you're not barbecuing in January.
Yeah.
It's cold and icy.
Right.
But if the weather's warm enough in some places like California or Texas or places like that, sure, yeah, the weather would allow. But trust me, if you live in a cold part of the country and in Canada as well, you don't barbecue all year. You barbecue in the summer and maybe the fall.
Right, usually when you have like a nice block party and it's not, there's no icicles outside.
Yeah, you don't barbecue your Christmas dinner.
No.
That's weird.
Well, so Irina continues the dialogue and she says, yeah, I think Americans get really serious about it. Some people even compete in barbecue contests. This is true. Actually, just the other day I saw on TV, there's a competition on TV about barbecue.
Really? About how you cook or how delicious the food is?
Like each competition, they like each episode, they have hours, they do days even just preparing because they take it so seriously.
Interesting. Okay. I know people, they make special sauces with
rubs,
a secret recipe and things like that. So they do actually have barbecue contests. And I guess if you win a contest and open a restaurant, that might be a very good business plan because now people want to try your
famous
Olympic winning, a gold medal winning, whatever barbecue stuff. But yeah, people will turn it into a thing, a competition, a game, a contest. And when you enter a game or a contest or a competition, you compete. You can see a lot of the same letters there. Compete is basically to join in some kind of game or challenge where you're playing against other people. You're trying to win, they're trying to win, and at the end there will be a winner, a second place, a third place, and everyone will hopefully have a good time. People compete in sports. People compete in chess contests or video game esports. They can compete in a speech or a singing contest. Anything you can think of to put people together to see who is the best, that can be something where people compete or play against each other. For example, Evan competed in 3 sports events last month. He must be tired. He deserves some barbecue.
All right, well, let's go see if Hanny wants to eat some barbecue.
Okay.
在第二段对话里，他们3个人继续聊美国的烤肉文化。婷婷问说，在他们国家，大家通常会是什么时候烤肉呢？ Joshua 说，在美国烤肉是在夏天很盛行，尤其是在国庆日。可是其实他们一整年都会烤肉。Irina 也补充，她觉得美国人对烤肉真的很认真，有些人甚至还会参加烤肉比赛。好，单字 compete 是动词，表示参加比赛或是竞争。它的相关词性 competition 是名词，表示比赛、竞赛或竞争。那文中的补充单字 contest 也是名词，可以表达比赛、竞赛。还有用到 grill 这个动词，它可以指烤肉、烧烤，那它可以当及物或是不及物用。另外，文中也有提到 4th of July 7月4日，这指的就是美国国庆日。当这个意思解释时 4th 的首字母 F 要大写。好，那我们接回到课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. As the dialogue continues, Ting Ting says, wow, now I understand why you think it's so different from Taiwan. Because I guess in what she's thinking is like, oh, this could be a regular thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to wait for Mid-Autumn Festival just to eat barbecue.
Sure, and Joshua goes on to say exactly, yeah, the food is different too. We usually grill hot dogs, burgers, and other meats, so you won't find squid, and they will be using a special sauce. It's actually called barbecue sauce, but it will be more a bit of a kind of a tomato-y, spicy, sweeter thing. They won't be using the soy garlic sauce, although you could.
Right, and Irina then continues to say, one thing is the same though. Whether it's big or small, good food and friends make it special.
Very true.
Oh, I like that.
So well said.
Yeah, so the common thread between all the countries and their barbecue is you're just getting together with your good pals and your family to enjoy some food cooked over a really, really, really hot plate.
Sounds great. Let's invite Hanny to our barbecue.
听了 Joshua 和 Irina 的描述，婷婷现在能了解他们为什么会觉得美国的烤肉传统跟台湾的很不一样。Joshua 说，食物也很不一样哦。在美国，他们通常会烤热狗啊、汉堡，还有其他的肉类。那最后 Irina 说，但有一点是相同的，无论规模大小，有美食和朋友都会让这个烤肉活动变得很特别。这个结论说得真好。那我们就接着回到课文中。
All right, everyone, that's all the time we have. We are getting hungry, so I think it's time to get out of here, find a nice barbecue, some delicious sauce, and start grilling some meat. Hopefully you guys have a great Mid-Autumn Festival. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there if you're barbecuing. Remember to cook the meat long enough so it's healthy.
Also, don't set anything on fire.
And yes, always make sure you're watching the barbecue because, you know, you don't want to have any accidents. We'll see you back here soon. Until then, barbecue. Joshua and Irina receive an invitation to a barbecue in Taiwan.
Hey, do you want to join me for a barbecue this weekend? The Mid-Autumn Festival always makes me think of barbecues. So I thought we could have one together.
Really? I thought the festival was all about mooncakes.
Same here. I didn't know barbecues were part of it.
Yeah, families and friends grill by the river or in parks. We cook pork, chicken wings, or squid, and we use sweet soy and garlic sauce.
Sounds delicious, but that's very different from what we're used to in the US.
Yeah, I haven't been to a barbecue in Taiwan yet. So, let's do it!
Ting Ting, Joshua, and Irina continue talking about barbecue culture in the US.
So, when do people usually have barbecues in your country?
In the US, it's big in the summer, especially on the 4th of July. But really, we grill all year.
Yeah, I think Americans get really serious about it. Some people even compete in barbecue contests.
Wow, now I understand why you think it's so different from Taiwan.
Exactly. The food is different too. We usually grill hot dogs, burgers, and other meats.
One thing is the same though, whether it's big or small, good food and friends make it special.
“最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字。Invitation 是名词，表示邀约、邀请，也有邀请函的意思。Receive 动词表示收到、得到。Sauce 名词表示酱汁、调味酱。Compete 是动词，可以表达参加比赛或者是竞争。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, 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 it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. And today we've got another challenge. Why do we have these cups? It's because today's challenge is the cup song. Okay, it's time to learn. So first you're going to do clap, clap, table, table, clap, lift it up, down, clap, sweep the cup, hit the top, hit the bottom, grab it, slap the table, flip the cup to the next person. We can practice a little bit and then we'll start the challenge.
Okay, so our challenge is to keep this assembly line of cups going until we mess up.
Yeah.
But if we can get them all, then we win.
It's time to begin the challenge. We have my helper who will be replenishing our cups. Are you ready, Kiki?
Yes.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Because I don't think I was... Okay, this one doesn't count.
No, that's it.
No,
it's
we
game
got
over.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we should count this, but 6.
Okay, that's halfway through all the cups.
Okay, that's not bad. Well, we challenge you to try this at home.
Okay, but what challenges do you have for us? Remember to follow us on our Instagram and don't forget to DM us or email us if you have any challenges for us to try.
Yes, and I would like to say I am still waiting on that prize because I still think we did pretty good. Kiwi later.